The Topkapi Palace of the Seraglio is a large palace in Istanbul. It was one of the major residences of the Ottoman sultans for almost 400 years until 1856. As well as a royal residence, the palace was a setting for state occasions and royal entertainments. After the conquest of Istanbul by Mehmed the Conqueror, construction of the Topkapi Palace was started in 1460, and it took more than 18 years. The palace is located at the Istanbul Peninsula, between Sea of Marmara, Bosphorus and the Golden Horn. Topkapi Palace was the administrative, educational and art center of the empire for nearly 400 years, since Mehmed the Conqueror until Sultan Abdulmecid. After the 17th century, the Topkapi Palace gradually lost its importance, as the sultans preferred to spend more time in their new palaces along the Bosphorus. In 1856, Sultan Abdulmecid I decided to move the court to the newly built Dolmabahçe Palace, the first European-style palace in the city. Some functions, such as the imperial treasury, the library and the mint, were retained in the Topkapi Palace. Following the end of the Ottoman Empire in 1923, Topkapi Palace was transformed by a government decree into a museum of the imperial era. The palace complex has hundreds of rooms and chambers, but only the most important are accessible to the public today. The palace includes many fine examples of Ottoman architecture. It contains large collections of porcelain, robes, weapons, shields, armor, Ottoman miniatures, Islamic calligraphic manuscripts and murals, as well as a display of Ottoman treasures and jewelry. The arms collection, which consists primarily of weapons that remained in the palace at the time of its conversion, is one of the richest assemblages of Islamic arms in the world, with examples from 7th to the 20th centuries. The palace's collection of arms and armors consists of objects manufactured by the Ottomans themselves or gathered from foreign conquests or given as presents. Ottoman weapons form the bulk of the collection, but it also includes examples of Umayyad and Abbasid swords, as well as Mamluk and Persian armors, helmets, swords and axes. Currently on exhibition are some 400 weapons, most of which bear inscriptions. The elongated palace kitchens are a prominent feature of the palace. Some of the kitchens were first built in the 15th century, at the time when the palace was constructed. The kitchens included dormitories, baths and a mosque for the employees, most of which disappeared over time. Apart from the exhibition kitchen utensils, today the buildings contain a silver gifts and utensil collection, as well as a large collection of Chinese blue and white and Celadon porcelain. Chinese and Far Eastern porcelain was highly valued and was transported by camel caravans over the Silk Road or by sea. The 11,000 pieces of Chinese porcelain displayed here are rare, precious, and thought to rival the found in China as one of the finest collections in the world. Surrounding the whole complex of the first to the fourth courtyard are the outer palace gardens. A part of this area that is facing the sea is also known as the Fifth Place. The fourth courtyard was more of an innermost private sanctuary of the Sultan and his family, and consists of a number of pavilions, kiosks, gardens and terraces. Commanding an impressive view of the Bosphorus and the Golden Horn, Topkapi Palace is one of Istanbul's most impressive sights, and among its most visited tourist attractions, with its impressive history and fascinating tales. To stay up to date with my latest videos and interesting facts from all over the world, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video.